Alrighty then. Hey, this is Eric Briones, and welcome to the first episode of the Erban Creative Channel. So most of you guys are coming from my last video that I did about my book announcement, Ralph to the Rescue. It's finally in Amazon. You can have it on digital or paperback. Please go check that out. Link below to go shop for it. Give it a read, give it a review, and get some laughs and maybe a little bit of cries out of it, because trust me, it's an entertaining story. So we're here over at Chris Stack Studio. As you can see, new artwork right behind me, sunflower kind of vibe. I'll try to figure out what the name of it is. Kind of blending in with the painting with this yellow sweater. I don't know why I chose it, but I really love this movie. Drop a comment if you guys know. It's a classic.
Whatever you want.
Hi, it's Susan.
Chris is an awesome guy. He lets me use his art studio to shoot these videos, and I hope to shoot some more upcoming. But if you guys are interested in trying to book this space for either like a photography or video shoot, feel free to reach out to me, because yeah, he has backdrops and everything, and the space is just like really nice that you can do some creative stuff. So hit me up if you guys are interested. So before I get into why I'm going to start doing YouTube videos, let me just kind of talk about what Erban Creative is and a little bit of background about me and, you know, my creative kind of journey, I guess you can say. So Erban Creative is spelled with a E-R-B-A-N, and obviously it's usually with a U. The reason why that is, let's talk about it. So ERB, the reason why I changed it is because that's actually my initials, Eric Richard Briones. Now, that was my nickname back in junior high and high school. Everyone calls me Herb back in my, back in the 419, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of reasons why people thought they called me Herb for other reasons, you know what I mean? But that is not the case.
Fire in the hole.
So that's kind of the tie-in, I wanted to like bring a part of like what people know me as, like from my hometown, and like tie it into like my agency that, I created over 10 years ago. So I started off with graphic design. I've used to work full-time, like the traditional 9-to-5 jobs. After COVID happened though, I really like ripped the Band-Aid off and just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go fully into like Erban Creative Agency and do this full-time, in a sense that, yeah, basically have that as, remote most of the time, along with some of the projects that I gotta be, in person for, like video shoots and stuff like that. So it's been working out really good so far. And yeah, I'm just here now to kind of spread some of the, wealth and knowledge that I've came across. I work with a whole range of corporate clients, whether they're in industries such as finance, law, sporting, and like event kind of videography. Also, I do dabble in a little bit of short documentary. I want to do more of that. And then even also just like artists, musicians and stuff like that. So like music videos and what have you. So I have a pretty good range of like working with different type of clients, which is nice because I have like that experience that can show you different ways how you kind of treat a different client depending on what industry they're in. Which that leads me into my next point, which I'm sure you're asking, all right, Eric, you're starting a YouTube channel, everyone else is, why should we tune in and what have you? So I get it, like there's a big part of me that was like pretty hesitant about like even just trying this damn thing. But the more I like looked at it, the more I'm like, it's worth a shot, in the sense that it's not going to hurt to try to put some of these channel or this type of channel out here, just to show kind of like my experience over it. And what I mean by that is, since I have over 10 years of experience in the creative industry, starting from graphic design and leading into video production right now, I have like a pretty good sense of knowing what the hell I'm doing. You know what I mean? So anyone that's like just starting off, or like kind of, there's a lot of people that want to like get into this, or either as a side hustle or as like something like their main thing, but they just don't know where to start. Or they have a business and they just don't know where to start when it comes to, promoting that business, using videography or like photography and stuff like that. So, I'm thinking that this is going to be great for both of us. To be real with you, I actually followed the untraditional path to, video production, and I'm doing it successfully somehow. you know, like I guess what I mean by that is like I didn't graduate from, a technical or like a prestigious art school. I actually had a bachelor's degree in marketing back in Ohio at Wright State, Dayton. Shout out to Dayton. And I'm over here in Manhattan, and I'm doing this full time, and that's not easy to do. And you're competing with these other, videographers or creatives that have that kind of prestige. But I'm going to walk you guys through how to really just present yourself the right way and market what you do really good, so that you can get these type of projects and have a reoccurring Rolodex of clients that you always work with. So that'll be episodes down the line that I'll talk a little bit more in depth with that. But yeah, I mean, I followed the untraditional path and it has led me here in a good way. I really want to help people, you know what I mean? I want to help you tap into your inner urban creative, so to speak. And it is something to think about for yourself. Should you start a YouTube channel? And I guess I would just say this, like, do you have like over 10 years of experience doing anything that you love? Then you should pretty much kind of consider it, because I feel like even if it's just a hobby or something like that, like if it's fishing, right? Like, but you have over 10 years of experience, you're pretty good at it. Like there's so many videos that you can just do on like, the certain type of lures that you use, or what's a certain area in that river that you're supposed to go during that time and that spot, and people can relate to it. So it's definitely worth a shot if you have the time and you have the effort to. And really with all this like TikTok, there's like this looming thing is like, is it going to be completely canceled in America or not? There's a good chance that it will. So, like a lot of people are going to take their eyes from TikTok and move them over to YouTube, which YouTube knows that, because they actually now YouTube is propping up like new channels to be in your search field with the other like top YouTubers. Like, for example, like for me, I don't know. I love kind of like rap, like stories and news and like what's new in hip hop and stuff, and following the beefs and everything like that. So like I've been able to like, anytime I go onto my search bar to like look for new stories to just like take a look at, there's always these new channels that actually pop up in the search, algorithm. So they're really, shout out to YouTube. They're actually doing a really good job of like propping up like new creators. And sometimes I do click on those videos, and I have subscribed to a few of them that's like, hey, it doesn't matter that they didn't have that many views, but maybe their personality and everything came through that I really liked it. So there you go, right? And there's so many ways to, look at the YouTube thing. Even if you only have like 5 people watching, does it really matter? I mean, is it good that there's 5 people watching or no people watching at all because you didn't even start the damn thing? You know what I mean? Like, so to me, it's kind of like I had to start pivoting my mindset to be like, hey, this is just an investment in myself. I do video anyhow, so it makes sense. And even in video shoots and everything like that, like you can only do it for so long in a sense. Like, so this could be a scenario where this is good as far as like a retirement plan, and being a just kind of that source that's like you're not only being good at you know doing the video shoots itself, but you're actually being the teacher. And I love to be like in that teaching kind of like, I guess, like form. My expectations are pretty low at the moment, which is fine. For me, I work with this platform called Upwork, where there's a lot of like freelancing gigs that you can get, that corporate clients go on there and find someone for a specific thing. But they actually just offered these consultations on there where I have, like a 30-minute consultation that someone can hire me for, or an hour. And I've been picking up a lot of those more lately. So that was kind of like an affirmation for me, like, wow, like people are actually booking me for these kind of one-on-one sessions where, I'm giving them some knowledge on whatever they need specifically, whether it's like video production or like editing and certain, programs like Premiere Pro and what have you. So it's been doing pretty well. I've been actually surprised on how good it's been, and I've been getting great feedback, 5-star reviews only. I'll actually even put a link below at my Upwork profile so you guys can take a look. And really, with the consultations, that's what I want to do with this YouTube channel. So in the link below, you'll see that I have a calendar that you guys can book me for either a 1 hour or a 30-minute consultation. And basically, you guys can get a hold of me if you have any creative questions and not sure how to do, work with certain software or setting up a video shoot like this, and staging and lighting and everything like that. Or if you just want to like chop it up about like more of a business plan and like aspirational kind of ideas, even if you're starting from the beginning, I could definitely give you something to be inspired about and give you like some of the research and links that I can send you, which I've done with these Upwork customers, and they just been, over the moon about how I've been, be able to chat it up with them. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna kind of start it. We'll see how it goes. I feel like I am gonna be a lot different from the other YouTubers, because really I want to like show my personality more than they do. I feel like a lot of those videos that you watch, it's very technical, it's very straightforward. They don't really show their personality. They don't even like curse. You can't say shit, fuck, or whatever. And like, at least for me, I kind of want to be able to just like speak to you the way that I would speak to a friend or like my brother or whatever. Like I want to speak to you guys like a, just a regular person. And lastly, why I'm different, I truly believe this, is because I have a pure heart. And what I mean by that is that, anyone that's known me personally and has been in my circle has always known that like I am one of those people that always goes out of my way to like really try to drop some game or some gems on how to do something as far as like making extra money, trying to be successful in certain things, and like just at least coming up with like ideas and things to think about when they come into my circle. So I want to give that back to you guys as far as like being in the YouTube world and start making videos to show that a little bit more. And I just kind of think when you're that type of person and you have that energy already, just naturally, you naturally want to help people, you naturally want to teach people, so to speak. Like you just got to put it out there and just see what happens. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if you put that out there, the more that comes out, the universe rewards you. You know what I mean? So that's what I just want to bring on both ends. And yeah, I'm excited about the channel. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I think we can just wrap up the video there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate the support and ongoing support that you guys help me out with. If you want to book a consultation, check out the link below. And yeah, we're going to be doing a series of different type of videos coming up here. And stay tuned, and we'll talk later. See ya.